stop.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have my boyfriend Christian with me, and today we're gonna film our how we met story. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So when I moved back to Washington, it was 2018, and it was right after I graduated, and I was like, no boys, I'm gonna freaking be single and live it up in Washington. And yeah, that did not happen. I started going to the store with my grandma all the time. It's called Grocery Outlet. It's everywhere in the world, not just here.
I just forgot what the store was called where we met at.
Grocery Outlet. And I would go in there with her, and I would always see him, and I was like, I would get sad on days like when I would go in there and he wasn't working. And my Aunt Holly works there, and I was like, that guy, who's that guy? And she's like, oh, his name's Christian, he's been working here for a while. And I was like, he is so cute. And she's like, just rolled her eyes at me. And then one day I was looking for something, and then he came up and said, what?
Well, I walked up and I asked you, oh, you looking for anything?
And I was like, yeah, I'm looking for some good ice cream.
And so I gave her this, like, it's from Talenti. It was like a peach something biscuit.
Caramel. It had caramel in it.
Something like that, yeah. And
let me tell you, it was so good. And then I was like, oh, thanks, or whatever, and my grandma was there, so I was trying not to flirt a lot. And I always, every time I would go in there, I'd like dress up and like look cute. I'd wear some booty shorts, and my hair up, and like just be like super cute, try to be super cute. I didn't wear a lot of makeup though, because I wanted him, I was like, if he's gonna like me, he's gonna like me for my naturalness, my ugliness.
Ugliness, that's not a true statement. No.
And so then I was talking to Aunt Holly, and I was like, oh, I really need a job. Like, can I get a job here? And she was like, give me your application and I'll give it to the boss. And then I was having what happened when I went in for my interview.
What happened? Oh, no, I don't know what happened on your interview. I think that was the day you started working there, right?
No, it was my interview. Yeah.
No, okay, so the way I remember it happening was, I don't remember like really seeing her. I remember seeing her for her interview, but I didn't really think anything of it, just because I saw her for the interview. And then when she started working there, I started the cash register.
No,
training.
It was out in the back when I was putting my numbers in, when I was getting my numbers.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So she was putting her numbers in, and I looked at her, and I thought I recognized her from somewhere. And I was like, have I seen you like around here somewhere? I was like, because I feel like I recognize you. And I'm pretty sure she told me that I'm the one that got her the ice cream. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, oh yeah, okay, I do remember that. And then I'm pretty sure I asked if you were working
here.
If you're working there. And then and then she told me that she was working there. And so then the next day, I think that's when she started, and she was training at the cash register. And I walked in the back because my friend and his brother were working there, and his brother is the type of guy to like also go after the single girls that he sees. And I called dibs. So I called dibs. I'm just gonna say that. I called dibs. So if anybody else would have taken her, we would have had to fight somebody. So
I kept hearing that around like work, like, oh, Christian called dibs on you. Christian called dibs on you, and I was like, like weird about it, because I didn't know how to feel about that, because no guy has ever called dibs on me before. And so when I followed him on Instagram, and then he slid into my DMs, and he was like, wow, that's fast. And I was like, well, I keep hearing this rumor like you called dibs on me in the store, and I like wanted to know if that's true or whatever. And then he's like, yeah, I called dibs on you. So I started going out, and he took me to Fire for our first date.
So it's like this it's like a oven, I guess it's like a wood oven pizza place in like a new Pybus Market shopping center that we have here.
And he knows that I'm gluten-free, and so he was like trying to find the right restaurant to go to. He's like, oh, have you ever been to Fire? And I was like, no, I haven't. He's like, oh, meet me there at, what time was it at?
It was early enough
4.
that the sun was pretty good and hot out still. So it was probably like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, I think, around there.
So it was like 5 or 6 o'clock, and we walked around, like inside of this building that's Fires Inn. It's called Pybus, and so there's like different like shops and stuff in there. And then we went outside and we were walking around, and I was really shy. Like, probably the most nervous I've ever been on a date in my life. Like, I've been nervous before on dates, but it was different with him.
It was pretty easy to tell too, because like she told me how she was starving, she was so hungry, and then as soon as she got her pizza, she literally didn't even touch it. I'm pretty sure
I took
she was
one
like, yeah, she might have took one bite, and I'm pretty sure she was just like taking pepperonis off and eating it to make it look like she was trying to eat the pizza, but she definitely was not eating the pizza after like pretty much telling me the whole time that we were walking how hungry she was and all this. And then as soon as we sat down and we actually got our food, I'm stuffing my face full of food just because, you know, I figured that's what we were there to do, is to eat. And then she's just looking at me, not eating nothing.
Just talking.
Just like, oh, okay, I thought, all right, I'm not hungry, I guess.
He's like, why aren't you eating? And I was like, oh, I'm just not that hungry. And then he's like, I thought you said you were hungry. And I was like, I don't feel very good right now. Like, I'll eat later. And then he's like, oh, are you okay? Do you need to go home? And I was like, no, I'm okay. And we didn't kiss. It was sad. He left or whatever. We hugged to say goodbye, and he didn't kiss me. And I was just like, what did I do wrong? Like, all night long, I was like, I did something wrong. I said something stupid. He's never going to talk to me again. Usually, I kiss me. I'm never like, I don't know. I don't, well, those guys are stupid guys. But, I've been kissed on Christian was my first real date. So, yeah, I don't know. I was just like, what did I do wrong? Then on our second date, we went to Linden Tree.
Yeah.
And what did we do? We just sat by the water and talked.
I think we just sat on the dock.
No, not on the dock.
Was it on the dock?
We sat on our beach, our spot.
Oh yeah, that little,
Mm-hmm.
that little like.
And we just talked, and he stared at my butt the whole time. Just kidding. We talked.
No, that's true. Yeah.
And we just talked. We got to know each other. I learned things about him that I didn't know over text, which was nice. And then it was my birthday. And I had gone with friends up to Chelan and had like a whole like birthday party thing. And then he was like, oh, you should come to my game. He plays softball. And
Just softball. Nothing else.
no, he plays other sports too. We'll get in that in a second. And he's like, I'll come to see my tournament or whatever. I ended up going to Christian's house. But before I go to that far, I was sitting in granted it's my birthday, okay? I bring him ice cold water. I brought him water, and I think I bought him like a hot dog or something at the concession stands. And his mom was like, who are you here for? And I was like, who do you think I'm here for? Because she worked there at the same place, grocery outlet, and so did her husband, Newfie. And so they were there, and I was just like, oh, God. And he didn't tell me happy birthday. Not one time that day. Not one time. And
I'm gonna hold that over my head forever, probably.
yes, for the rest of our lives. And then I went over to his house for the first time, and we just cuddled, and it was so cute. But he still didn't kiss me. He still still didn't kiss me. And I was like, okay. So then my grandpa picked me up, and we hung out for a little bit, and then he took me home to my grandma's. Then, finally, we went to fair, which is my favorite time of the year, and he got all dressed up for me, which was so cute, in his little plaid flannel shirt and his
I'm never wearing that again. just so she knows.
and
Never wearing that again.
pants and Romeos, which he will wear his Romeos and his jeans again. I don't care about his shirt can be just regular. But I was in a backwards hat, and I love backward hats. And he was so cute, and he just walked around, and like he kept like noticing like guys like looking at me, and he was like, I don't like this. And I was like, why not? And he's like, everyone's looking at you. And I was like, I'm sorry. And then my dad gave us concert tickets. Well, Wendy and my dad, which is my stepmom and my dad. And we went and watched this concert, and we sat up really, really high on bench, I think was I don't remember the bench. And I kissed him. I couldn't do it anymore. I needed to kiss him. Like, he was so cute. And then he like did that for me, and no one's ever done that for me. And so I was just like, whatever, I'm gonna be the man right now and kiss him. And it was a good kiss. Probably the best kiss I've had. I mean, I did have to teach him some things, but that's okay. And yeah, that's our story on how we met, and how I kissed him first, and how he forgot my birthday.
See? Every time she gets a chance to say it, she's gonna say it.
If you want to see more videos with him, leave a comment below, and like and subscribe. We're kind of a family channel. We have a puppy together. So yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed today's short video. But love you. Bye.